Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Oh man, this game was unbelievable. And as you'll see from the title, we did something we'd never done before. We had 14 kills in our platoon, which means obviously we got a crucial contribution. But the way we got it is one of the strangest that you could have possibly imagined, because it was an absolute struggle by the three of us. It was just crazy. It wasn't where normally the crucial contribution, you're on a roll and you're overwhelming your enemy or in command of the match, things of that nature. This was completely the opposite. We were struggling to come from behind, and the deficit was just persistent. And what you're going to see is what I call the tag team. Browny and I decided that, well, actually, we didn't decide on this. This is just what happened. So we ended up with the tag team match thrust upon us. He went, ape, and then he tagged out to me, and then I, got my best monkey face and went after them after he was done. So it's just a magnificent example of what I tell people. When we run these platoons, you never know what's going to happen, because the guys that we're usually in to some degree or another, these are all finishers. These are guys that I call the insurance policy. Browny goes down, one of us is going to step up. If Browny goes down, one of us will step up. If I go down, one of them will step up. One or more, actually. So that's what happened. This is what I call insurance policy. And man, the insurance policy was just solid gold. It was a piece of the rock, to put it mildly. So please leave a like for this video. It'll be super helpful. The more people that see this, the more people are going to be shocked by what we have done. If you haven't considered subscribing, perhaps you should consider it, because you'll get notifications of awesome videos like this one that feature awesomeness from anyone. Could be us, could be the enemy. Anything that's awesome needs to be seen. Now, I prefer if it's on my team. But hey, if it's the other guy's team, I have to begrudgingly be willing to showcase their greatness, because I'd rather lose to a guy who played great than to just have a bunch of bums throw my game away. Sound familiar to all you players out there? You probably understand what I'm talking about. So I like excellence. That's just who I am. If that bothers you, oh, well then, okay, whatever. But I'll show excellence from whatever source, if it's actually excellence. And you're going to see actual excellence here. So let's go, shall we? Welcome to Pilsen. Okay, now actually, even though I get 6 kills, you don't need to be seeing me at this point. You need Browny. And I don't know which one of these is him. Yeah, lucky on the first try, because there's Browny. Fantastic. These are what I call the twin terrors. My moment will come when Browny tags me in. So we're going to follow Browny, and then by default also Browny. But it's a fantastic performance. Legendary, seriously. Okay, so basically, they're patrolling for targets of opportunity. In some cases, defensive opportunity. But you see me down there at K4. And this looks a little haphazard. You know, and that's how it goes sometimes, just random. You do what you can. Whatever's, you can only shoot what's in front of you. Panzer 1C, goodbye chump. With Bernie and Browny, it's not good. You don't have a long lifespan in a Panzer 1C around these freaks. Oh, and I mean freak in the best possible way. Bernie with another kill. One of the things about Bernie and Browny combined, they make a terrific defensive pair. It's ultra rare that anything passes them. Yeah, no thanks. Panzer 1C, you ain't gonna make it, sonny. I don't think that was me. Fantastic, I drilled that guy. Bernie crushed that dude. Another Bernie crush. But notice we're down, man. 4-8 is terrible. We're losing bad. That guy doesn't do damage to Bernie. He doesn't know, so, well, that's his problem. 4-7, it's getting better. I think Browny has bit the dust. Correct. Browny is gone. Browny surprisingly only got 1 kill. He's really the top thresher guy, I think. But Bernie's right there in the same vicinity. It's really close. So it's just bad luck. That, you know, sometimes that happens when you're doing that. You're going to have bad luck, and that's why we have the insurance policy. Platoons. I mean, our team has been trash. I've killed 2 at this point, but at this point, Bernie's killed 6. He's killed 6 and we're losing. Your team is trash when you have this happen. I've killed, what, 2? Now I've killed 3. So I've killed 3. Brownie killed 1. That's 4. Bernie's killed 6 and our team is losing. We're down 2 and we've killed 10 guys between us right now. So it's looking pretty good for that crucial contribution, which you all already know we get. But we weren't thinking about that. We're in game-winning mode. We only worry about the crucial when we actually get it. I think Brownie was aware. He's the first one to be aware of it. Boom, baby. How's it feel? A terrific score. Unfortunately, that's Bernie's last kill, and man, he looks like he's set up to really kick some butt. Here you go. You want to rock, baby? S-35. And the S-35 he killed my Bernie, that freak. Alright, now tag in, Duke. I'm on it. Goodbye to that S-35. Now, here's the story. And this is the part that was the most impressive to Bernie. He'd never actually been in one of these matches where I do what I'm about to do. And this is one of those things that I learned over time as an artillery specialist. So when I say artillery specialist, it means a lot of stuff. And this is one of the things it means and this is not common. What do we have? They have an AMX-38, I don't know where he is, and an M7 Priest, I don't know where he is. I'm in Predator mode. If I can get the shots, I can kill the 38. I hope he's not has too much health, because that guy is usually a 3-shot minimum kill at full health. That thing is just super hard for the Sexton to kill with the splash damage round. And so it's consistently 3 or more shots to kill. Oh, I ran into the artillery. Well, guess what? Oh, I can't do the thing. This is what's hilarious. I lucked out and got a hold of this guy. That shot missed, as you can tell. That one missed also. It'll turn white when it hits him. I don't think that one hit. Yeah, I missed him. I had broadside shots. He was like a battleship, turned left to right, but we couldn't see that. Now I head to the base. Obviously, it's under attack, but I know where both guys are. Most artilleries are going to hang back at their base, which is more or less what he's doing, so he's not going to go anywhere. He doesn't have the wherewithal and skill to know what needs to be done with his one kill to win. He's not a Predator in an artillery, and I am, and that's the difference. So I'm moving in. This is the best thing he could have done, is gone to the base, because I know where he is, and I have an elevated position on him. I'm going to butcher this guy. The odds do not favor his positioning against me. Boom, there's one. At this range and at this position, he's got a very difficult time shooting me. He may not even be able to see me. I don't know. The artillery hasn't shot at me, so I don't think he even sees me, so he can't spot me. So that guy made a huge mistake. There, he finally shot at me. It's too late. You're dead, son. He made a mistake going to the base, thinking that he's the Predator in the situation. He was not. He was the prey. But he didn't know that. So now I'm going back to the base to get that guy. But to his credit, he did have the wherewithal to realize, oh look, there he is. This is why I have advanced optics on my tier 3 artillery, because I'm a Predator. I can see him and he can't see me. He doesn't have advanced optics. So if you wonder why I take out enhanced targeting, which is worthless because they give you nothing for it, and replace it with advanced optics, you just saw the reason. So I'm not even going to go try and hunt him down. I don't have to. He's not fast enough to get to my base before I get to his base. So I'm going to go to his base, set up shop, because artilleries are best firing when they're still. I'm going to go to his base, get on his base, and make him come to me, and that makes his attack or his assault problematic, because he has to move to assault me and I have to stand still to defend. Advantage, me. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, but when you have an option like me, do what I'm doing here, man, I am beat to heck. I only have a one-use repair, because that's usually more. I rarely need it, and I don't want to spend 10 grand every game. So now he has to make a decision, and actually I know where he's coming from because I was in this game. But Now the decision was on him. Do you want to defend your base and lose, but have a slight chance of winning, very minuscule, or do you want to just take the loss and live? You can't really fault him if he chooses either one. If he tries to come and fight me, you've got to admire his courage and dedication. But the smartest move is to just sit where you're at, take the loss, and not die. Because you're going to die. But he doesn't know that. Boom. Right from the get-go. And he's still moving. He's worthless moving. There you go. So this is the photo that I showed at the beginning of the match. The end of game medal ceremony. First, second, and third. It's a toughie. It's a coin flip. Who's the MVP? By the computer on numbers, I'm the MVP. But it's one of those things where it's Batman and Robin. Somebody has to be Batman and somebody has to be Robin. But if you don't have Batman and Robin, you don't get the victory. So I thought Bernie did a fantastic job of setting me up and giving me the chance to cash the game. Now, like I said, he's never been in one of these games. I've been on a bunch of them. And you guys who have watched my channel have seen a bunch of these games. So I would say a lot of the viewers are watching this going, dude, this guy's in trouble. I've watched this guy cash before, which I have. Bernie has seen some of the videos that I've done, obviously, but he's never been a major player in one of them, and he's now a major player in one of my Duke specials, where I cash games at the end in an artillery when most people are like, oh, dude, all we have is artillery, we're screwed. It's not always true, because to be an artillery specialist by my definition, you've got to have this kind of ability. And and it's not 100%. Don't get me wrong, but when you got it, you got it. And I know how to react, and I react at a much faster rate. We have to give that enemy artillery credit. I got a hold of him, and my gun just was garbage, and it missed him. I had him dead to rights before I went and defended my base. So he knew that I was going to be a predator, potentially. And he was out, not sitting in his base waiting for the slaughter. So he didn't win. But you have to look at what he did, and he made some good decisions that gave him a shot. Because if he sits there and waits for me, he's in trouble. And the reason he's in trouble is because he clearly wasn't able to match my predatory nature in artillery, because he's never seen it before as a general rule. That's most likely what it was. He's never seen anybody who was in artillery seeking out and hunting down his guys, because you can't normally do this. This map was an exception, and the tanks that I was hunting down are also some that I could hunt down. I'm glad I got that guy in my base, because that dude, AMX-38, is super difficult to kill out in the open, flat ground. His gun is actually better than mine. He's got a better reload. His armor is through the roof. You saw it was pretty tough to kill. So it's all about engagement. I killed that guy because my engagement was better than his. So that was a bonus. There was no guarantee when Bernie goes down and it's me taking over. There's no guarantee that I finish all three of those guys. But if it's gettable, I am one of the guys that does have the ability to get him. So that's one of the things that was really awesome. So, yeah, I'm MVP. And the things I did at the end are the most difficult things to do in this situation of all that we did. But if Bernie doesn't set it up, I can't finish it. There's no way. He was absolutely phenomenal in doing everything possible to leave me the smallest number of guys. So, even though I do think that I did a little bit more than him, what he did was it was Herculean is what it was. It was fantastic. So now let's go and I'll show you the final stats. Wow, man, this is it's draining. And I'm just doing the replay. It was draining when I did it because the concentration level is literally through the roof. So, what do we need to see? Well, we already saw 6 kills for me, 7 for Bernie. My damage was better than his this time. Usually he does more damage in a thresher than I do in artillery. But in this case, I eked him out on damage, even though he did get 7 kills, which was outstanding. Browny, number 3 overall, a terrific performance. Then that's one of the things that helped, Bernie, is that the two of them were roving together and they were able to just, between the two of them, they killed 8 guys. That's awesome. So, like I said, Browny was the first one to be aware that we had achieved a crucial while we're still going, right? Actually, we achieved the crucial when I kill the S-35 after Bernie is dead. That left only the final 2 guys, which was the artillery and the AMX-38. So it's like, great, we got a crucial contribution. I'm like, great, we've already had a crucial contribution where we lost, and I really don't want to replicate that performance, So it was one of those things. It's like, well, we're still going, we're good. Now, Brownie has been involved in the Duke Special, come from behind artillery predator. He's been involved in this before, so he probably silently was more confident that we were going to win this game than Bernie was, because Bernie had only seen 1 or 2 or however many he's seen, but he's never been there, and toughing it out like a man. Because if you've been in a game where someone comes from behind, regardless of what they're playing, it's awesome to see that in any tank. But it's like mega awesome in artillery, because you're like, artilleries are not good in this game. So that's the thing. That's what makes it so exciting, is that I literally have the ability to do it if the situation makes it remotely reasonably possible. And that's what I told him. I said, you have to recognize that we have this insurance policy that's just because of who we are. We are the kind of players that I call difference makers. Any one of us has pulled off games of this magnitude at different levels. The level really isn't, that intricately connected. You're there against guys of the same level. It doesn't really matter, but the amount of damage makes it a little bit different. But we're all difference makers. We've pulled games out like this when the odds don't look good, okay? And they look worse for artillery because the artillery has a worse reload in general. Mobility is down, no turret. Everything is literally stacked against artillery except the guy in charge. So it was an awesome game. I told them it's one of the best ever for me. None of us have ever done a 14 kill crucial contribution. The only thing better is the 15. One of the guys I know, Jonesy, has done it. He sent me the end of game screen. It was phenomenal. I'm not saying we're ever going to do that. I was never even thinking of a 14. I'm just like, look, we're playing to win the game. Whatever happens, happens. Okay. That did happen, so we're good with that. That was outstanding. So it is something to look forward to, perhaps, but this was a terrific match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like to help spread the news of what's happening. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. It would help a lot. Tell your friends. They might like and subscribe as well, because you're literally not going to find a game of this magnitude anywhere else. I'm pretty sure that's a safe statement. So, on behalf of Bernie and Brownie, thank you for watching this match. I think this is the best that we've ever done together, and I'm pretty sure they would agree with that. So, I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. That'll be, well, maybe not as crazy as this one, but hopefully somewhere close to as awesome. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching.